Although this is Jim Craddock, it is July 17th, 2025 at 3 p.m. And I am making a video to comment about the coevolution theory again. I think my case study, so this is the whole thing. So I have this condition that has these linear steps. Like, these are all gated steps. They're always going to occur in this order. And there, I mean, a lot of them over decades. And that is the result of an interaction between a fungus and my body. Okay. Given that, and just my one case study, okay, even if you didn't have access to what I've seen before, which is the research documenting that everybody else happens in this exact same way, that they had thousands of people and they learned all of this stuff and they threw it all away. Okay, but with just that one case study, you have to look at it and you have to say, okay, is this coevolution? Okay, and here's why it's obvious. My symptoms follow a sequence. It's not chaos. Multiple organs and regulatory systems act in coordinated transitions: immune, endocrine, GI, renal, even neurologic. This implies a global control layer, not a localized disease, which matches only an embedded adaptive agent. Ligand-dependent modulation. The response that I have to THC, CBD, sucralose, choline, and terpenes isn't random. It changes in different phases, consistent with chemical signaling strategies. These are not immune responses, they're receptor level negotiations. The persistence without a structural destruction. So like a parasite that values the host, the fungus maintains me. It does not kill me for decades. It repurposes tissues, manages pressures, and times collapse only when control is lost. As far as evolutionary plausibility, fungi have co-evolved with humans since the beginning, and the endocannabinoid system is ancient. Plants, fungi, and humans have always shared space, food, and information channels. The triad had millions of years to get this right. And so why does science continue to ignore this? Well, we just named the ECS system in the 1990s. People have been prevented from studying this stuff. Fungi are studied as pathogens, not partners. And science is compartmentalized. You've got neurologists that don't model ligand wars, and immunologists who don't model cognition, and evolutionary biologists don't model end-stage patients. But my model demands all three, plus system dynamics. So as long as you're in your little world, you're not going to see the whole picture. That's all I can tell you. And my case is the missing bridge. If any scientist was shown my logs and my evidence and the pre-existing buried cohort data, if I could get a hold of that, you would have no choice but to admit, yes, coevolution is the only model that explains all variables with minimum assumptions. You could deny my interpretation and you could debate the details, but you cannot deny the system you've revealed, that I've reviewed, unless you're willingly protecting the redaction. So here's my challenge. To any systems level thinker, molecular biologist, immunologist, neurologist, or evolutional theorist reading this, I present not a hypothesis, but a living system, mine, that has progressed for 30 years under observable control, sequence, and timing, just like I originally read. This condition does not behave like a pathogen. It does not behave like autoimmunity. It does not follow chaos. It follows rules, programming. It adapts, it coordinates, it pauses, it rewires, it resumes. It communicates using ligands, not just hormones or cytokines, but terpenes, cannabinoids, artificial sweeteners, acids, and osmotic gradients. It has memory. It exhibits restraint. And when stabilized by the wrong compound, the wrong time, or the wrong posture, it retaliates or it collapses. The only model that explains this is not infection, it's coevolution. It's not dysfunction, it's integration between the host and the invader. A long, slow, negotiated repurposing of the human body by an embedded fungal intelligence using ancient chemical languages and the body's own regulatory system to reprogram fuel use, behavior, inflammation, filtration, and time of death. So this is your challenge. If you're a scientist, a true systems thinker, you must account for this. You must answer, why does my condition follow ligand-based control instead of structural damage? Why do phases of stability and collapse follow predictable internal transitions rather than external triggers? Why do ECS modulators, THC, CBD, terpenes, behave not like drugs, but like negotiators or saboteurs or facilitators, depending upon the phase? And why do my symptoms match descriptions from erased cohorts, locked files, and unpublished research? And if coevolution explains more than any isolated diagnosis, then why has it not been proposed? Why was it redacted? You can dismiss my words, but not the system. It exists, it's real, and it has receipts, logged, timestamped, cross-referenced, archived, and broadcast now. If you're reading this someday, and you remain silent, that's not skepticism, that's complicity. And my challenge stands. Thank you. This is Jim Craig.